Let's get over there.
We won't have to look no further.
Aye, him in the eye. They was data red.
You spoke the truth, Sheriff Jeb. There ain't no doubt about it. Mighty big wet place, Okefenokee. I'll say she is Thursday. 700 miles and nothing.
700 miles ain't gonna see high in the hair of me, Marty. Come on, let's get out of here. It'll soon be dusk dark.
We can't get lost in Sheriff Jeb, not as long as we can keep sight of that cross.
Maybe not, Tim, but I can get mighty nervous. Come on, shove her off, Marty. Let's get.
Trouble? Trouble? Morning, Miss Hannah.
Good morning, Ben.
See my dog?
No, I ain't.
I swear, Hannah, you're a right pretty woman. I don't know how come you ever married an old man like me.
You ain't no old man. Well, I wish you wouldn't go fox hunting all the time. Always going off with them dogs at dusk dark and leaving me to sit here alone.
Hannah, I've been doing it ever since I was old enough to own a dog. Just can't change us swamp folks. Look at Ben, that dog of his.
I get lonesome.
Why, I told you your sister could come and live with us.
It ain't my sister I'm lonesome for.
Going trapping, son?
No, sir. My dog ain't back. I'm going at him.
Come here, Ben.
Yes, sir.
You be careful and keep clear of that swamp.
How am I going to keep clear of Okefenokee, sir? That's where my dog is.
You heard me, son.
When are you coming back, Ben?
When I find that fool dog, Miss Hannah.
You'll be back here by tomorrow night and keep clear of that swamp like I told you.
You know where I gotta go, sir, to find my dog.
You'll be back here by tomorrow night or not at all.
Ben.
Well, sir, I'll try to get back.
Don't try! Get back!
If that's the way you want to act, I don't care whether I get back or not.
That's come up to you!
Ben!
Bye, Miss Hannah.
You ain't never been that hard-minded at him, Thursday.
You ain't never headed for that swamp before, neither. You've been like a second mother to him, Hannah. Sure you know how I feel.
Sure, I know. Woman don't need no telling. Trouble with you men folk is you're afraid to let on to each other how you feel. Hello, Ben.
Howdy, Mabel.
My goodness, you look like a thundercloud.
Oh, I just had a big fight with my father.
Well, whatever for?
My dog's lost it.
Oh, that's nothing to fight about.
We fit about my going to get him.
Oh, Ben.
Well, what are you laughing about? I got a right to get my dog, ain't I?
Well, don't fight with me about it. Go get your dog if you want.
That's what I aim to.
Ben.
Guess you are upset. Got old trouble on my mind.
Well, for heaven's sakes, go look for him, then.
That's just what I'm gonna do. Give me a box of 12-gauge shells, Marty.
Who's winning, Dave?
Well, it's kind of give and take. Biscuits, that old mule of yours is getting pretty lame, ain't she? Yes, got a nail in her foot. If I ever get down, I'm gonna pull it out.
You got time to work on me a little?
I'll get time.
Where are you heading for, Ben?
Okefenokee.
You say you're going into that swamp?
Yes, I gotta find my dog.
You mean you're going in alone?
Unless you want to go with me.
No, not me.
Hot dang, I can just see you sashaying into that swamp, Ben.
Yeah! Then come hauling tail out of there with a bull gator snapping at your britches.
I ain't afraid of no swamp.
No, neither was them two trappers we was looking for yesterday.
What you trying to do?
Oh, I just want to see if your hat'd fit me, son. That's all we're ever going to find of you.
Oh, doggone that sea house cat. Seems like she throws a little every time I turn my back.
Say, Marty, I'll tell you what we'll do.
Huh?
You give us a bottle of that red whiskey, and Bud and me'll put all them cats in one sack and take them down and throw them in a creek for you on our way home.
Sure will.
Be dogged if he ain't made a deal.
Catch him.
Get the sack.
Hurry up, Bud.
Here. That yellow hind.
Kitty, where?
Back behind that barrel. Move it.
Don't let him get away.
No, he ain't here.
I'll be gone. Where could he go?
He went over there someplace. He's over there by...
He must have gone through the door. Here it is.
Give me that cat.
Ow! You! Young'un! Fetch it back. You hear me?
Why don't you let her have it, Marty?
Aw. Give him the cat, you.
Maybe we ought to put you in that croaker sack, you little fighting cat. Fork over that bottle of red eye, Marty. Come on.
Hurry up.
Oh.
Ben, if you aim to wrestle them bull gators in that there swamp, you'll need a swaller of this.
No thanks, Bud. It might taste of cats.
Huh?
Ben!
Ben!
Cold out crazy about that dog, bless J.D. if he ain't. Can't nobody stop him now.
little trouble. Who are you? Ain't you Tom Keefer?
I'm mighty sorry, Bud.
Sorry you give me that lick on the head?
I'm mighty sorry you turned out to know I'm Tom Keefer. You come at me?
No. No, I come at my dog, that's all. I didn't even know you was a hiding in Okefenokee. Old Sheriff Jeb figured you got away to Savannah after you escaped. If you was to let me take my dog and go, I'd give you my word, I would never tell nobody.
I don't expect I could do that. You wouldn't never find your way out of here anyways.
You could tell me how to get out, couldn't you?
I don't expect I could.
I reckon I know what happened to them trappers now.
They was cottonmouth bit. I found him dead, all swole up. I buried him up yonder. What's your name, Bud?
Ben Ragan.
Thursday Ragan's boy? Thursday was on the jury that tried to get me hung.
Well, why don't you go ahead? You done killed one man, ain't you?
I figured I'd cut the throat of anyone come at me.
You ain't gonna do it?
But you're an Okie for good, Bud. If I was to let you go back, you'd tell it on me first thing.
Not if I said I wouldn't.
Your word don't mean nothing to me. Not when my living or hanging is dependent on it.
Trouble? Well, I got to stay, Keeper. You ain't man enough to keep me here.
There ain't but one way to find your way out in this swamp now. That's what me is showing you. Sure proud to have me a dog like that.
You ain't got him yet. We'll get out, Keeper, if I have to bash you in the head when you ain't looking.
Bud, there ain't no man living can catch me when I ain't looking.
Don't you move, Keeper. I told you I'd get you. Now get in that boat. Take me out of this swamp.
I dropped that knife of purpose, Bud. I figured it was time to learn your lesson.
Get moving!
I hope I didn't hurt you none. I tried to throw you easy like.
You don't need to do me no favors. Next time, I'll kill you and get out by myself.
I never seen no one so butt-headed. You're a good man, Bud, but you gotta give it up now. You're in here for life.
Reckon you got plenty to think about. Shep Collins with a load of buckshot in his heart. Like of that.
Sometimes I get to thinking about my poor girl. What's gonna happen to her?
You mean to say you got a woman outside the swamp?
I had me the finest woman that ever lived. Couldn't be no other woman for me after she died. Not even if I could leave this swamp and live like folks.
What you mean, then?
I told you, my young'un. That's how come I took to the swamp instead of getting clean away where I could live like folks. Couldn't bear to be that far away from my Julie.
Julie?
Marty McCord took her in after I was arrested. She does chores, and Miss McCord gives her rations and a place to sleep.
Sure, I seen her.
Lately?
Sure, I seen that gal, young'un.
She doing all right?
I reckon so. How come she don't go by the name of Keefer, if she's your young'un?
Ain't a good name to bear, is it? My wife was a Gordon. When they was going to hang me, Miss McCord promised she'd raise Julie by that name. Surely fine woman, Miss McCord.
Don't nobody know?
Sure. Didn't Thursday never talk about it? Ben, you know there's a lot of fine folks outside this swamp. Most people's a whole lot better than we think they are. Some men's a whole lot worse.
What you mean? Who?
What got into you? Keefer! What's wrong?
Man, you cottonmouth bit. Keefer. Keefer.
I'm going to get him now, Lord. There's a dead soul coming. Ain't nobody but Tom Keefer. But he died without no hollering, no cutting the pool. I ain't gonna hold nothing against him, Lord. Even his trying to steal old trouble. So if you want to go easy on him for killing Shep Collins, it'll be all right with me. Amen. Come on, trouble.
Never thought to see you around here no more.
I sort of stayed to bury you. Looked like I worked all night for nothing.
If I let them things kill me, I'd have been dead a long time ago.
You got some kind of snake cure?
I just make up my mind to get well and think hard on it and maybe do a little praying. I bet I've been cottonmouth bit a dozen times. When I found my knife was took, I figured you lit out.
No. No, I took it to cut that snake bite, to make it bleed.
Thanks. I reckon you can have your gun back if you want it, Ben.
You ain't listening, Miss Hannah.
You better go now, Mr. Wick.
How come you can't call me Jesse like you used to before you was married?
You better go.
Well, how come, Miss Hannah?
You know how come. Thursday'd kill any man he catched here now.
He ain't catching me. I'm safe as long as I hear them hounds a baying. He won't come back till they catch their fox.
He ain't fox hunting tonight. He's hunting Ben. Got a notion of working his way around the edge of Okefenokee, blowing his horn till Ben'll hear it. Thursday holds himself to blame for letting Ben get losted. Ben don't never come back. I reckon it'll just about kill him. Listen, somebody's coming. Don't run. Ben! Ben!
Miss Hannah, guess all about give me up, didn't you?
We feared you was dead.
Howdy, Jesse.
I was just passing by when she come out to ask if I'd seen you.
How come you stayed away so long? We've been worried sick. I feared you'd gator
I
in.
told you to be back when I got ready, Miss Hannah. Just yesterday got ready.
I just happened to be passing by when she come out to ask me if I'd seen you.
You been in that swamp all this time?
Yes, and me and that darn fool dog that trampled ourselves half to death.
I told her I ain't seen nothing of you. I was just passing by.
Be sure, Jesse.
Well, I guess I better be rambling.
Good night, Jesse. Hey, you forgot your guitar.
Well, thanks, Ben. I was just passing by.
You look half starved. I'll get you something to eat.
I can sure eat it, Miss Hannah.
It's Thursday. Evening, Thursday.
I told you I'd get back, sir.
And I found no trouble.
You took your time about it.
No, sir. I come back as soon as I could. I catch me a lot of hide animals.
I told you to be back here in 2 days.
And I was lost it.
Just getting too biggity. But I'm still a man that can slim you down, you hear me?
I might have been dead for all you know.
You're just butt-headed, just gonna show me.
You wouldn't care no matter what happened to me.
How come you think I told you to be right back?
To show me who's boss, that's how.
That's what you think, that's what I aim to show you, too.
Daddy!
You come here.
I'm gonna fight my own father.
I know you ain't. You're gonna stand right there and take it.
No, I ain't. You listen, I'm my own man now. I ain't gonna do everything you say.
Don't be hard
All
on
right,
her.
Anna. And your man's gone into Okefenokee and not come out. You promised me you wouldn't go near that swamp no more, and I won't romp on you this time.
There's more cooning out in that swamp than I've ever seen. I'm gonna go trap in that swamp.
Not live under this roof with me, you ain't.
He's been worrying himself half crazy over you, Ben.
Well, he won't have to no more.
Please don't go this way. He'll get over it.
You ought to see I gotta do it, Miss Hannah.
It ain't right for you to go. Your father needs you, Ben. I need you, too. I can't tell you why. I'm scared of something here. Ben, I love you like you was my own boy. Don't go leave us.
Don't you worry none, Miss Hannah. Marty McCord's got an old empty shack on his place I can get. I reckon this just had to happen so as I could really be my own man. Bye, Miss Hannah. Come here, young'un. Come here. I've been looking for you. Oh, come on, ain't gonna hurt you. Get inside. Oh, go on, I got something to tell you. I seen your father in the swamp. We nearly killed each other before I got out.
I know what you mean. He ain't there. My father ain't hiding in no swamp. He ain't.
What you scared of? I ain't gonna tell. Me and him's gonna be partners. We're gonna trap together. Look here. Already sold Marty some of the hides we catch. Half this money's yours.
You ain't gonna tell on him?
Of course I ain't. We gonna make a raft of money trapping that old swamp, Tom and me. You get enough money saved up, Tom says you ought to go to Savannah and get you some schooling. He don't want you to be no little stray cat like you are now, independent on other folks to keep alive.
I ain't no beggar, if that's what you mean. I work for my rations.
You needn't get mad about it. Here.
I ain't no place to hide it.
But Tom says I'll give it to you.
I'd be scared to hold all that. I ain't never had no money.
I'll keep it for you till I see what Tom says when I go back into Okefenokee.
Is he all right? Is he sick or anything?
Tom Keefer? Can't nothing hurt him. You better scoot before Marty's wife misses you. You keep your mouth shut, mind.
I mind.
Now get.
Can't I straighten up for you?
Well, I reckon you can at that. There's one thing I don't get the hang of, it's making up a bed. But don't you let nobody see you running over here. Oh, no, you don't, boy. You stay here. Don't let him out, young'un, or he'll go buck chasing again.
Can I feed him?
Sure, troubles like me can always eat.
Trouble. That's a fine name, ain't it?
Mabel.
Ben, I thought you was never coming back.
Go on thinking if it makes you act this way.
So I guess this is no way for a nice girl to behave.
That's the way I want my girl to behave when I come to see her. Mabel, I got something to tell you.
What?
I run off from home.
You did?
Moved into Marty McCord's old shack.
Oh, that old place.
I aim to fill that shack with hides come wintertime. There ain't nobody in this town I'll have to say sir to. I'm my own man now.
Oh, you're just talking big again.
No, I ain't. Get me a saddle horse and a fine hound so I can breed old trouble and raise them little troubles. And not long after that, maybe I'll be around here with a proposition to make you.
What kind of a proposition?
You'll find out. I'm going into Okefenokee trapping. You never seen it like a hide animals in there.
Ben, you'll lose yourself in that swamp and I won't ever see you again.
Oh, no, I won't.
Yes, you will. Please don't go in there again. You'll get gayed at like those two trappers.
Oh, they wasn't gatorette, they're snake bit. Man knows way around this country like I do, sure ain't gonna get snake bit.
How come you know they were snake bit? How come you say that? How come?
Well, I seen where they's buried.
Who buried him? Who could bury him in that swamp?
You can ask more daggone questions.
You can get mad about it, Ben. Why don't you tell me who's hiding in the swamp?
There ain't nobody hiding in the swamp. If you was to find a couple of men that'd been cottonmouth bit, you'd bury him, wouldn't you? Well, that's what I done. Only you gotta promise me you won't tell nobody.
Why?
Because they might try to keep me from going back into Okefenokee. Then my trapping would be over and I couldn't make you that proposition, that's why.
You know I won't tell nobody, Ben. After all, I got reasons for wanting you to make good, ain't I?
Yeah, you sure have.
When you going in the swamp again?
Oh, 2-3 days.
Supposing you ain't back for the dance.
Well, I'll be back.
Yeah, but supposing you ain't. Girl can't settle down to one, Ben. Especially when that one don't show up except when a notion strikes him.
Well, I told you I'll be back.
Better be.
Howdy, Ben.
Howdy, Tom.
Hadn't ought to be carrying old trouble around the boat, would you? Gate'll turn over a boat to get out a dog. You ought to leave him here with me.
You ain't leaving him nowhere.
I'd take care of him like he was my own dog.
Yeah, I reckon you would.
Got a present for you here, Mr. C.
I believe you'd steal my dog if I was to give you half a chance, Tom.
I'd like to, Ben, that's the truth. But I reckon I can't now, seeing as how you're my partner.
Like another world in here, ain't it?
I heard tell that stars is other worlds, too. Like big shining rafts afloat in the ocean at God's night. With living things on every raft, just like there is on this one they call the Earth. Living alone in these swamps just like living on another star.
This swamp ain't dangerous as I can see, Tom, like they say.
If you know it, it ain't. But you can get lost and go plain crazy trying to find your way out. Then you gotta know things that live here before you can get along with them. Just like you gotta know people on the outside the swamp before you can get along with them. Speaking of people outside, Ben, you ain't told me yet how my Julie looks.
Well, she looks all right, I reckon. Kind of raggedy. I know how come you could make it out in the swamp without no gun or nothing. It's 'cause you knowed Indian ways, ain't it? I hear tell you knowed a lot about Indians.
I used to hunt with a half-breed before my trouble. Indians know a heap of things, Ben. They buried their dogs with them 'cause they figured a dog had a soul just like a man's.
I don't see no sense in a thing like that.
You say a dog is dead when he dies. I don't see how come that should be. Don't he breathe like you, and ain't he got a heart and feelings and a heap of sense? Take a look at this here skeeter trying to get his sticker into my hide. Ain't he got life in him just like me?
Not now, he ain't.
You ain't killed him. His life's just gone somewhere else.
If you're so sure you're gonna go on living after you're dead, Tom, what about that man you killed? Ain't you gonna be kind of feared to face Shep Collins up yonder?
I never killed Shep Collins.
Well, he was shot dead with your own gun, wasn't he? I remember that. And I heard Sheriff Jeb tell how you bashed him in the head and escaped from jail, too, just before he's gonna hang you.
Sure. I wasn't going to hang for something I never done.
Ain't there no way to make Sheriff Jeb get at the truth?
No, Ben. I'm going to live and die in this old swamp. But I don't mind. If my Julie ain't left to run wild and shift for herself. You're going to help me take care of her.
I wish you'd smile at me, Miss Hannah, like you used to. I waited a long time for Thursday to go fox hunting. As soon as I heard his dog sounding off, I sneaked over here. Listen. The more little foxes they chase, the better I like it. Anyway, I'd rather you'd worry about me this way than about that old man.
I ain't worried about you. Thursday could break you in pieces with one hand.
I reckon the Dorsons might have something to say about that. Somebody might get killed. Why, I seen them once with my own eyes when...
You seen what?
Never you mind. They don't like Thursday no better than I do. They'd be purely pleased if they had a good reason to do something about it.
That's what I'm afeard of.
Oh, shucks, Hannah, this ain't no way for us to talk. I'd rather die than quarrel with you. I'm cold out crazy about you, Hannah. You know I am.
Go away, Jesse. Go away and don't never come back no more.
Hannah, don't go away.
Go. Go away. Leave me alone. Go away, please. Go away, please.
Hannah! Hannah! You stop, sir! Stop, sir! You hear me? Stop, sir! Hannah, where are you? Are you all right?
I'm all right.
Who was it? Who was it, Anna?
Thursday, you're limping. How'd you hurt yourself?
Never you mind about my limping. I asked you who it was.
Why,
You know who it was, don't you?
No. No, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? He was here in the house. He had hold of you, didn't he?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't reckon for you to lie to me, Miss Hannah.
I can't tell you, Thursday. I can't.
Oh. I kind of begin to see. You told him when to come.
Oh, no, I never. He just noticed.
This ain't the first time.
No.
I can't hardly believe it, Miss Hannah. You gotta tell me who it were.
I can't do that, Thursday.
You've got to do it.
I can't. I know what would happen. You'd go at him with your gun.
Well, there ain't so many men in this country that can't figure it out for themselves.
I wish you'd tell me how you hurt yourself. I can help you.
No. No, you can't, Miss Hannah.
You never did see afore. Ain't that a leather-headed old rip?
That's the biggest panther skin I ever seen, and that's a fact.
Where'd you catch him, Ben?
Back in the swamp.
How'd you get him?
We got him with a load of buckshot.
Yeah.
Oh, you was with somebody.
I mean, me and my dog.
I know you had a smart dog, Ben, but I never heard he could handle a shotgun.
You know what I mean.
No, I ain't certain, Ben, yet.
And I ain't neither.
That panther ain't nothing, Tim. If you and Bud think you're big trappers, you ought to see the rest of them hides that Ben brung in from the swamp.
Why, honest to Kitty, he's got that old shack of Marty just full of horse in.
He sure had. I declare I never seen the like.
Well, you'll see a sight better when we go trapping Okefenokee with Ben. Bud and me's got more traps than you'll ever have. But that won't cut no ice. We'll just share and share alike. How about it?
I ain't taking no partners.
What you got against us?
I'm running my traps alone, that's all.
That's all you're telling, you mean?
Ah, never mind, Bud. We'll trap that swamp alone and keep the third share for ourselves. It can't be so hard to find your way around in there, not if you done it.
How come you think it took me 2 weeks to find my way out first time? Even my dog didn't know which way to turn.
So you give him your shotgun to tote and you found your own way out, huh?
I wish you would go into that swamp. I just wish you would try it. I'm thinking you would find a big surprise.
Marty, give me a bottle of that red liquor. I want to buy Ben Ragan a drink.
Yeah, give him a bottle of that panther water, Marty. 2 drinks of that, they'll go into the swamp and wrestle a bull gator.
Yes.
Couldn't be nobody but you, Ben.
Howdy, Mabel.
Where you been at so long?
Oh, I told you where I was going 2 weeks ago. Boy, have you forgot already.
2 weeks, a long time.
I told you to get back for tonight, didn't I? Well, I got us a loan of Marty McCord's horse to take us to the dance tonight.
I'm going with somebody else. Well, I told you better get back.
Well, I told you to get back, and here I am.
Ben, you ain't the only pebble on the beach. Oh, goodness, you just expect a girl to sit around and wait for you. Well, I waited, and yesterday when you didn't show up, I said yes.
To who?
Good friend. You might as well know who. It's Miles Tonkin.
Oh, him.
Sound mighty jealous to me.
Why should I get jealous? I got me somebody I can take to that dance.
All right, get mad about it. Who else can you take?
It's all right, who?
Ain't no other girls in town that ain't already got a man.
I got me somebody all right.
You're lying, Ben Ragan. You can't get another girl for that dance within a day's horse riding, you know it. Maybe I'll let you dance with me. Oh, if my friend don't mind. I can't make no promises. I'll let you know tonight, Ben. Well, hello, Miles.
Howdy. Howdy, Mabel. Well, what time you want me to be coming around to take you to the dance tonight, huh?
Julie.
Hello, Ben.
Miss McCord? Is this a pretty dress?
Well, it's a beautiful dress.
How much?
It's $1.50.
Well, I want it.
come for Thursday if we ain't gonna dance?
You keep on coming, Miss Hannah, till you point him out. All right. I'll know who it was when I see him.
Howdy, Ben. Well, Julie, I hardly knowed you.
She looks kind of pretty in that pink dress.
Hello, Julie. Hello, Ben.
Hello, John. Howdy.
That's a mighty pretty outfit.
Come on back, Julie.
Sure look kindly pert, Julie. How come you're here, young'un?
I brung her, Marty.
Oh, Bentley.
Howdy, Mabel.
No use, Ben. I can't.
Well, let's sit down for a minute, Julie. Howdy, Miss Hannah.
Evening, Ben.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Oh. This here's Miss Julie. Miss Gordon.
Sure, I seen you at Miss McCord's. You look right pretty, child. I've been watching you with Ben. Thank you.
Ain't you Tom Keefer's young'un?
Yes, sir.
I brung her to this dance, and I ain't gonna have nobody running her down.
Don't aim to have words with none of my kin in public. Didn't mean no offense against this young'un, but you're the one that seemed ashamed to say her name, not me.
Don't quarrel with him, Ben. He ain't himself.
He's just mad because I won't take his bossing, that's all.
Oh, no, Ben. You go cool off outside and leave us women folk together. Mr. Ragan?
I guess you know the reason why. Can't you leave her alone neither?
Thought you were supposed to be courting me, Ben.
So did I.
Hope you don't expect me to just sit around the house and sew. All the time you're monkeying around that old swamp.
It's getting to where I don't expect nothing from you but a bossified tongue and a cussing out.
You ain't felt my tongue yet, Ben. No way to talk.
I suppose Miles Tonkin wouldn't talk like that.
No, he wouldn't. He's a gentleman.
No. Well, why don't you get back in there and do-see-do with him so I can dance with my girl? Look, chap.
You leave me alone!
Leave her alone, Ragan.
Guess he won't bother you no more.
Excuse me, Miss Ragan.
Get away from it, William!
Oh, Katie, what are you boys are fighting about? Who started this ruckus anyhow?
Me and Ben was just arguing. Miles didn't have no call to come butting in.
He fit for you. He can have you.
Take care, Ben. I got a good idea what you're up to.
You get on home.
Ben? Hardy, you go on back to the dance. Miles talking. Wish I'd have come off sooner. I'd have kicked him.
I reckon he ain't to blame.
Now I know why you took me to the dance, I guess.
Why?
Because Mabel Mackenzie's your girl.
Not anymore, she ain't. Maybe I did so, Julie. But I'm right proud I took you. It's funny, I never noticed. You're a heap prettier than Mabel is. If you was a little bigger.
I could grow more, maybe.
From now on, I ain't going courting nobody else, Julie. If you got no objection.
I got no objection.
I never in my life asked for no kiss. Always just took 'em. I'm a dog that ain't asking you now, Julie. You mind?
I don't mind.
It come from Marty's pig pen, didn't it?
Yes, Ben.
You wait here.
Hurry up, boys. We've been waiting for you.
Howdy, Neville. Howdy, boys.
Where's Thursday?
His horse went lame. Turned back to get his gelding. Said for you all to go ahead with the meeting. He'd be along.
Well, most of us is here. Go ahead, Dooley. Let's get on the cases.
Well, men, I hate to say this, but it looks to me like we got a hog thief amongst us.
It sure does, Dooley. Guess Katie if it don't.
Howdy, Ben. I reckon that somebody you come to see is out in the kitchen and making us some coffee.
I didn't come to see nobody. Heard you always meeting on account of them hog thieves.
Don't know nothing about no thieves, Ben. We's aiming to catch us just one of them scoundrels. Hope to Katie there ain't two of them around.
Maybe there is.
Hot dang it, what you driving at anyway?
What do you know about this business, Ben?
I got me a good idea they're missing hogs is within 10 miles of here. If they ain't been rafted down the river and sold already.
You know so much about it, maybe you had a finger in it yourself. You've been away a lot lately.
Yeah, I've been away trapping, like you and Bud.
Well, now, hold on, Bud. You know Ben don't mean nothing.
Don't cut the fool, Ben. This ain't no fooling matter.
And I'm here to tell you it ain't. You're getting too big for your britches, Ragan.
Now, Bud.
For coffee? coffee, Mr. Ragan?
No, thanks, ma'am.
How's your friend getting on in the swamp? Well, why don't you tell Sheriff Jebb who's hiding in the swamp? Might be the hog thief he's looking for. Coffee, Mr. Jebb?
Thank you, miss.
What does she mean?
I don't know.
We knowed you had somebody in that swamp.
Is that right, Ben?
That's just the place a hog thief would hole up in Okefenokee.
Who's hiding in that swamp, son?
Couldn't be, Tom Keefer, could it been?
Tom Keefer.
Oh, she's cold out crazy.
Seems to me you're kind of crazy, Ben. Take up with that young'un of Keefer's. I wouldn't have knowed who was helping you in the swamp if it wasn't for that.
Be dogged if she ain't right.
Sure, she's right.
Now I guess you know where your hog thief is.
Them hog thieves is right here on this porch, and you know it.
Oh, you better shut him up.
Look at here, Ben. Is Tom Keefer in the swamp?
Answer him, boy.
Ask her. She knows so much about it.
We done heard from her, now we asking you.
Is it Keefer in that swamp? Listen to me, Ben. Keefer done a murder. Are you sticking by him or by us?
He didn't do no murder.
Boy, you gotta tell us whereabouts Keefer's at.
You done figured it out for yourself. Now you go get him.
I'm gonna get him, boy, but you're gonna show us the way.
I reckon I'll have something to say about
I
that.
don't think you will.
Don't you get in my way, you Dorfman. Don't you get in my way. Hurry him.
Either you tell or you're going to get ducked. Wait a minute. Come on, Ben, give up. Make it easy on yourself. Now's the time to do it.
Only right now that we catch that murdering Tom Keefer, and we gotta have your help.
And we aim to have your word for it before we leave here.
Well, you sure won't get it.
Ain't no use arguing with him.
Well, let's put him under. Leave him up, Dawson! Leave him up!
You ready to talk?
You better say something quick. Say something, Ben.
Are you gonna say it? You can't make me.
Well, let's drown the rat. Rest, Kitty, I never see a body so stubborn.
Where's everybody?
Down at the creek.
Stop! You don't... Get that boy out of there! Get away! Get out of the way! You hear me? Get him out.
He knows where Tom Keefer's hiding.
And where I'm making him tell.
Get him out. Get him out. I'm fine.
Thursday, we wasn't aiming to harm him none.
Get away, all of you!
Ben. You gonna be all right, son? You get a minded me and kept out in that swamp like I told you, Ben, you wouldn't be in no fix like you're in. What's the matter, boy?
If you'll be giving me my clothes, I'll be taking myself off your hands.
No, you be quiet now. You're sick, man.
I ain't so sick I have to lay here and listen to you give me down the country. I know that was all you drugged me out of that creek for.
Drug you out because you was my boy. Home, Ben. You and me ain't gonna have no more disputes.
Howdy, Matt. Howdy, Miss McCord. Marty here?
Take them things out of here, Ben.
I brung them to sell, Marty, same as always.
Take them out.
What's wrong with them hides?
I can smell Tom Keefer on them.
I figured you as one man wouldn't hold nothing against me.
Well, if you aim to have truck with such as Tom Keefer, aim to sell his hide somewhere else.
Where else?
Take him to Savannah like I have to.
You know I ain't got no way to get to Savannah, Marty. That's too far.
Well, he'll have to get him out of here.
How am I going to make my living if I can't sell what I trap?
Well, that's up to you. My wife says to tell you to clear out that shack, too.
I'm fixing to clear out. Marty?
Huh?
Are y'all going fox hunt tonight?
Yeah, we are hunting. I'm sure gonna miss that dog of yours.
Goodbye, Miss McCord. Howdy, Sheriff. Julie. Oh, Julie.
You told him. You told on him. You told him, my father.
Well, I didn't aim to, Julie. If you'd know how
You didn't have no right to do it. Now they're gonna catch him. I hear Sheriff Jeb telling it in the store. Them Dawsons is gonna help him. Oh, you're worse than that Miles Tonkin.
Now, you listen to me, Julie. You don't know how it
I'm gonna
happened.
speak to you ever again. I'm gonna come to the shack no more. I'm gonna cook your food or make your bed. No, nothing. I ain't.
Now, look at here, Julie. Ain't nobody gonna catch your father because I ain't gonna leave him.
Oh, Ben, I ain't never gonna believe you again. Never.
You gotta trust me, Julie. Ain't I always told you the truth? Ain't I keeping your money for you?
I ain't gonna touch it. Keep the money or throw it away. I won't never touch it. I was only saving it for him. No, you've killed him.
No, I ain't neither, I tell you. Julie!
Down, Dorcas. Down.
Listen, Madam Trouble. Just stomp down good race there, Helen. That old gray fox is leading them on a run now, ain't she? Let's me and you sleep and go, irregardless.
I stay here at night.
Don't reckon you need to wait for no invitation. Miss Hannah, what's wrong between you and him?
I can't tell you.
How come?
I couldn't stand it if you got down on me, too.
Is it something you done?
Maybe it'll make me feel better if I tell you.
Dorcas.
Ever since then, Thursday don't go nowhere. Just sits around here watching me, waiting for that man to come back. I told him it wouldn't happen no more, but he won't listen. I've been wishing I were dead.
didn't ever reckon there was nothing like that, Miss Hannah.
I wished I hadn't told you.
Thursday?
Not Thursday, Jesse. It's me.
Oh, Ben.
Were you expecting Thursday?
Why should I?
Of course, if you got anything to say to him, Jesse, I know where you can find him.
I ain't got nothing to say to him.
Well, maybe he'd have something to say to you.
I never done no harm to Thursday. I never done nothing to him.
Well, what do you think he'd say if I was to tell him where I found your guitar?
Go ahead and tell him. You won't come near me, you'd be afraid.
He'd just break you in 1,000 pieces, that's all.
I got friends looking out for me. I guess you know what they do. They gave you a taste of it the other day.
Oh, the Dorsons. I was forgetting about them.
Yes, sirree. The Dorsons ain't gonna let nothing happen to me. What are you looking at me that way for?
What are you saving that for, Jesse?
Eh? I got lots of things.
Yeah, that's right. You was quite a big man at that trial, wasn't you, Jesse? There was only 3 witnesses. Again, Tom Keefer. It was Bud and Tim Dorson and you. All telling the same story, word for word. 3 again 1, that right?
We only told what we saw.
Yeah, maybe you did, and maybe you didn't. I know Tom Keefer. I know he couldn't commit no murder. But you could. And so could Bud and Tim Dorson.
Oh, you're crazy, Ben. I wouldn't kill a kitten.
No, but maybe you didn't. But now I'm beginning to see the light. I'm just now beginning to understand why them Dorsons is always standing up for you, and why you're always trailing around after their heels.
No, Ben. There ain't nothing like that. You're wrong, Ben. You're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong, Jesse. You killed him. Or the Dorsons done it and you seen him. That's it. Well, sure, it's just as plain as the look on your face. You're just as guilty as they are, Jesse. And if they hang for it, you're gonna hang too.
Don't talk like that, Ben. Don't talk like that. I ain't done nothing.
And the only chance for you to save your hide, Jesse, is to tell the truth right now.
Oh, I can't do that. I can't, Ben. But Dorson would kill me.
But Dorson won't kill nobody. You speak your piece, and I'll get Tom Keefer to back you up. And then the Dorsons will find themselves at the wrong end of the rope.
I can't do it, Ben. I can't do anything like that.
All right, Jesse. You just suit yourself. But either you come with me right now to see Sheriff Jebb, or I'm taking you to Thursday. You ain't got no other choice. It's Sheriff Jebb or Thursday. And if I was you, Jesse, I'd choose Sheriff Jebb, make a clean breast of the whole thing, and get free of them Dorsons for good and all. All right, come on. It's one or the other. You see? Ain't no Dorsons there.
I can't do it, Ben. I can't do it.
It's too late to back down now. Ain't nobody gonna harm you for telling the truth.
Ben Ragan, what are you doing here?
Jesse's got something to tell you, Sheriff Jeb. Then it's purely up to you what I do. Well, go on, Jesse. Don't be scared. Tell him who killed Shep Collins.
What I said in court wasn't true.
Julie? Julie, you inside?
Go away. You ain't got no right here.
Julie, I gotta see you.
I don't never want to see you no more.
Well, Julie, you don't understand. I'm going in the swamp before daybreak to get your father.
You're getting him so they can hang him.
No, Julie. It ain't what you think. He's coming out for good. I done fixed everything. I made Jesse Wick tell the truth.
I wouldn't believe my father when he told the truth. They ain't gonna believe no Jesse Wick.
That's why I'm bringing your father out. Sheriff Jebb's got Jesse Wick's affidavit. He can't go back on that. Tomorrow he'll have Tom's. Let me talk to you, Julie. Let me see you. Julie.
Sure he can come out? And no one will hurt him?
Well, I'm plumb sure, Julie. And bright and early in the morning, they're going to come and pick you up and take you right in Sheriff Jebb's boat down to meet you there. And I ain't going to say a word to Tom about you waiting there, Julie. We're going to surprise him. Show him how pretty you growed up to be.
We can live on our farm again. Like folks.
That's just the way it's going to be, Julie. All Tom's troubles is over. Past and gone and forgotten. You know what he said to me once? He said living in the swamp was like living on another star. And now it'll be like coming back into the world again. Julie.
Ben. Howdy. Sure glad to see you. For the first time in years, I've been real lonesome. I've been missing this old hound here, and that's the truth.
Get in this canoe, Tom.
How come?
I come to take you out of the swamp. I got a confession from Jesse Wick. That's what I'm talking about. Sheriff Jeb said you could come out free. All you have to do is face them Dorsons, and everything's going to be just like it was before.
You ain't one to joke much, are you, Ben?
No, Tom, it's the God's truth. You're free. You and Julie gonna live again like folks.
You mean I can just up and go out of here?
Sure I do. Sheriff Jeb and Marty McCord and him's gonna be waiting at the gator hole out the edge of the swamp.
There's a trick in that, Ben. All they want to do is get their hands on me one way or another.
You must be crazy, Tom. My own father'll be there. And Hardy and Fred Ulm and John Deagle and Marty McCord, like I told you. I never figured you wouldn't believe me.
They talked you into it, Ben.
No, they ain't, Tom.
I tell you, they done talked you into it. All they want to do is catch me. They was always against me, and they still is.
Well, I'm telling you the truth, Tom. I ain't against you, you know that. If I was, I'd have brought them in here, wouldn't I? I wouldn't be taking you out.
Maybe so, but if you're wrong, I'm the one that has to pay for it. You know that.
Well, I told you who'd be waiting there, Tom. If their word ain't no good, the word of the Holy Bible ain't, I reckon.
It's like being dead all these years. Now you're telling me to come back to life again. gotta be alone a minute, Ben.
Trouble.
You stay here, you old fool.
Won't be no more hiding now, Tom. Before long, you'll be eating corn off your own farm and roasting one of your own shoulders.
Yeah, Julia roasted for me. Do you know, Ben, can she cook?
Sure she can. Right good.
Say, Ben, tell me, how does she look? Is she pretty?
Well, Tom, I wouldn't exactly say she took after you.
Well, no, I don't reckon she got no whiskers.
You take Keefer. I want that squealing shoulder by Ragan.
When we get around that turn yonder, we'll be inside of the cross.
That's right. Only a couple more minutes now, Tom.
And I'll be waiting to tell me I'm free.
That's right. The whole lot of them.
Did you get him? I think I did. I ain't sure. So over the other bank.
Come up around behind him.
You was lying.
No, I wasn't.
You set 'em on me. I should have cut your throat the first time you come at me like I wanted.
Why, you crazy, Tom.
I was crazy to trust you. I'd be crazy to trust anyone. I thought there was some good people in the world, but they ain't.
We can't stay here and talk, Tom. Them Dorsons is coming at us.
You know who it is, huh? That proves you sicked them on me.
Well, it couldn't be nobody else. Jesse Wick must have told them.
You mean you told them?
They hate me as bad as they do you. I'm your friend, Tom. I swear it. I wouldn't do nothing like this to you.
We'll find out.
What do you mean? How?
We'll prove it. Show yourself to them. Show yourself to them, and if they don't shoot, I'll know you're on their side.
Trying to get me killed?
I'm trying to find out if there's anyone in the world that can speak the honest truth. You needn't be afraid. They ain't gonna shoot at you. Because you're in cahoots with them. Now go on, show yourself. Go on, show yourself.
All right, Tom. That's what you think. I'll show you.
Buddy.
Don't reckon so.
I'm sorry, Ben. We gotta get them cooters. This way, Ben. When they shoot again, make it like you was hit and follow me.
Oh! Got him, Tim. We can rush Keefer.
No, Ben, around. Leave something here. Drop a jacket. That's a bog hole that'll suck you right under.
yonder.
Oh, Tim! Hurry! I'm thinking, get me out of here! Hurry! Hurry,
Wait a minute.
Tim! Hurry! Hold on that bud, hang on that gun!
Tim, I'm sinking in this mud. Hurry! Stay out there, Tim. Pull! Pull! You ain't pulling, Tim. Tim, darn it. Don't let me die in this mud. Don't let me die. Your brother don't understand. Don't let me die in Okefenokee. Pull me out. Tim. Tim. What?
All right, Ben, he ain't gonna do nothing. Get up. Get up! It's too bad about Bud, Tim, but maybe it's better that way. Reckon he won't have to hang anyway.
No.
Don't sound so good to you, does it, Tim? Didn't sound so good to me 5 years ago when the judge said I had to hang for a murder you and Bud done. And all this time you've been living free in the outside world, along with all the people. But I never done no murder, Tim, but you sent me in here to live. 700 miles of swamp and wilderness. You're not a human being. But I lived. Maybe you'll be able to live too. 'Cause that's where you're heading right now, Tim. If you can learn to live with cottonmouths and gators and panthers on places where there ain't a solid bit of ground to stand on, well, I reckon you're welcome to your life. Now get going. Get going. And remember, if you ever find your way out, Sheriff Jebs are going to be waiting for you with a rope to hang you.
Come on, Trouble.
Our boat's up beyond the ways, Tom.
I've been thinking, Ben, maybe you better take me back to my island.
What for, Tom? You're coming with me to your Julie.
I ain't sure I can live out there again, and this is my home. Maybe I better make sure Tim Dawson is good and lost it.
Oh, you can't do that, Tom. Julie's waiting out there for you. And all the folks you used to know and love. That's them. Come on now, Tom. Julie, you want to see her, don't you? You wouldn't want to hurt her. There they come. There's Julie.
Hello!